What's going on, guys? So today's going to be a bit more of a serious one. It's probably going to be one of my most honest and vulnerable videos I've done. So a lot of you will know me from doing motivational videos, reactions, more sort of, I try and stay upbeat and positive with the content because I want to help people, because I've been through bad stuff myself and bad experiences, and I want to change. So what I want to get into today is mental health and anxiety, because I've always been someone that suffered with it, like since I can remember, and I don't share it with you guys too much. I've mentioned it in videos before, but like since the lockdown stuff's happened, and like, I had a job, and it was a bit hit and miss just before the lockdown with it anyway. But since the lockdown, I haven't had a job. No money coming in. I've got kids. I don't live with my kids, but do you know what I mean? Like, it's still difficult, and I've got no money coming in. But this is where the anxiety comes in, because I've been applying here and there for jobs. But one of my big things I've always had is phone calls. Like, I get real bad anxiety when my phone rings. So I'll tell people, like, either text me or email me, because like you're more chance of getting hold of me then. Even when I had a job, I'd get phone calls from like my boss and that, and I would avoid most of the time. There'd be the occasion where I might answer it, but I would let it ring out, and then either try and get them to leave a message, or I'd have to ring them back, because something about when that phone rings, even if I can see who it is, I don't want to answer it. Like, I get major anxiety, especially when I'm in a job, because I feel like it's always something that they want from you. It's never like, oh, you can have the day off, or do you know what I mean? It's always like, can you come in early? And I used to hate that, because like anxiety would just drive through the roof, and people don't understand that who don't have it, and it's very frustrating, because I always work my arse off when I have got a job, until the point of where I ain't got passion for it no more. And I found that with every job I've had. I've never really had a job where I'm fully committed, because there's nothing I've had that I fully want to do. And I'm like, how can you tell me to do this and that? Yes, you might be paying me, but you're not going to get my best efforts, because it's not something I'm passionate about. And I don't think people understand that. And I know there'll be people that are watching this that can relate to that heavily as well. But when you've got anxiety and mental health issues, like I'd rather sacrifice my mental health than just get money all the time. And it's difficult, don't get me wrong. Lately, I've hardly been getting, well, I've not been getting paid at all. I'm surviving off my last wage, which was months back. They're not supporting me. And it makes me feel like, why did I do that job when they're not there for me now? And like I said, with mental health, the anxiety side of it is just crazy, because I hate doing job searching and getting in contact with people, because another thing is they want all these different types of documents and IDs that I don't have. I don't have an in-date passport, because I haven't been on holiday for years, and I never use my passport, so it's not easy, man. As I said, I feel lost very much. I've got kids to support. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's other family members and that help out, but just being a man and the lack of like providing at the moment is kind of getting to me. But at the same time, I know what I've been like in the past. I've been working and providing before, and I'm the most miserable I've ever been. So I just feel like I can't win, to be honest. No, this is very negative, guys, and you probably wouldn't expect this from me, but I wanted to share it with you, because I just want to show you that not everything is always like people, like even more positive people than me that you see on the internet, and they're going through it. They're just not showing or doing these type of videos expose that or explain to you that they go through struggles as well. And I wanted to do this for people that are in, or more like I'm telling you in this video, like every day, because I've been there. And it's just tough. Like, there's no other way to explain it. And I don't know what the future holds, to be honest. Like, my living situation I'm lucky with, and I don't know, that gives me anxiety for the future, because I don't know how, like, do you know what I mean? It's difficult. So I don't know, man, I just feel lost, and I feel a bit weak. Sometimes I feel strong, but then the money thing always comes into play. And then I'm like, you've got to find a balance, but it's difficult because everywhere pretty much is like full-time. I don't want a full-time job, because then I never get to see my kids. I never get to experience life, really. I'm getting all this money, but I'm not really being able to enjoy it because I'm always at work. Been there and done that, and I nearly wanted to kill myself. So it's a serious issue, and I think companies and employers need to understand it more, because it doesn't get spoke about enough. I've spoke about it before. Like, there's a lot of support for people with physical disabilities, but when it comes to mental health and mental health disabilities, the support isn't there as much, and that to me is unacceptable. Like, I've always had these issues, and I had therapy, but in terms of being at school and that, I never really got the support I felt I should have, or that I needed. And it seems like I'm blaming people, but it's just the facts of my situation. So I don't know, like, I'm not saying it's all other people's fault, but it plays a big factor in it. So I don't know, it's difficult. But yeah, I wanted to do this as well, like I said, because I know there'll be people like me that are struggling every single day. They got to pay bills, and I just hate the system in this country, man, because it's probably like it in other countries, but I'd like to think that other countries are more understanding, and there's more understanding towards people with mental health issues and anxiety problems, social anxiety, and like, some people find it easy to talk to people. They're naturals at it. Do you know what I mean? They're confident naturally with it. If you're not a people person, this is another thing as well. There's a ton of jobs out there, but I'd say 80% of them, maybe more, are customer service based. Do you know what I mean? That's horrible for people like me with social anxiety that struggle with customers, or even working with other staff. Like, it's always been a problem with myself. And as I said, people that don't have it, they kind of look down on you, and even if you try and speak to them about it, like, they don't understand it. I'm always here if you need to talk, man, because, like I said, I was thinking about doing this video and I wasn't sure, because I feel very vulnerable. It's one of the most honest videos I've ever done. I've mentioned it here and there in the past about my mental health, but I've never really gone into depth on it too much. Especially people that have just joined for the reactions, like, they wouldn't have known really about this side of me. And I'm not like this all the time. Like, some days are better than others, but when it's going bad, it's really bad. I used to be on medication. Like, therapy was a constant thing in my life. That was another thing. Therapy got cut off when I was like 19 or something. That was it. No more help for you. That's basically what it was. And I was like, rah. So I've had this support system through school, and now you're just like, bye. So that is another thing that, yeah, it's if you are having therapy and you're a teenager or something at the moment, make the most of it, because when you get to adulthood, the support goes. It's disgusting. Again, it comes into how we run things in this country is wrong. And I just wish you all the best, man, because if you're in a mindset or in a situation in life similar to what I've described today, then it's not easy. So I do wish you the best. Just got to keep fighting, man. And as I said, I'm lucky in my living situation that I have that situation, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people have moved out and they're stuck in a cycle of working full time just to stay where they're living. And I haven't really had that, so I'm blessed in that sense. But as I said, that's not always going to be there for me. So that worries me going forward, because my parents aren't always going to be here, do you know what I mean? So, and only one of my parents get paid, by the way. My dad had a breakdown. My dad don't work anymore, like he can't work. And I don't know, man. I hope anyone going through shit watches this and it helps them and you can relate. I just wanted to do this today not everything's always great, guys. I will be back with more motivational stuff, but I just wanted to say that, like, not everything's perfect all the time, and that's okay. I mean, personally, I'd like to do YouTube full time and get paid for it. There's a lot of people doing that now, but I don't have the numbers for it, so I can't monetize it. Been at this channel for about 8-9 years, I think. 2011 I started my YouTube channel. Been grinding, and it hasn't blown up. I don't necessarily want it to blow up, but I would like it to get to a level where I can just live off it, but not in terms of like lavishly, but just to survive. And I don't know what that amount or percentage would be, but just to get by in life, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm quite simple, like a simplistic lifestyle kind of guy. Yes, I like nice things, but it's not the end of the world. I can go without things. But I would just love to do YouTube as a career, because I think that I've put in the work. I've been grinding for years, and I will continue to grind. I just hope that one day that I can monetize this channel, because I believe that I can help so many of you. And it doesn't get the views and it doesn't get the numbers, but I believe that my message and my content deserves that. And I'm confident in that, so we'll see what happens, man. But anyone that's struggling, try and just keep fighting and stay strong. One day, hopefully, you'll see a better and a brighter day. It's not easy though, but stay positive, guys. I'll be back soon with motivation. Just wanted to share this with you today. Just something else I remembered as well. Just doing videos out here, like, if I walk past people, I don't do it every single time, but quite a bit of the time I'll cut the video off, and then so you'll notice in the editing that there'll be little cuts and that, and they come back in. That's because I get disturbed in the videos by people. You know what I mean? They're like, you walk past people, well, I get an anxiety that they're going to say something while I'm walking past them, in terms of just interrupting the video, and because people are, not all the time, but idiots, to put it in a nice way. So I just wanted to add that, like, even simple things like this, trying to film a video, I do get anxiety, and even just eye contact, like, that's always been another thing, and that's linked to, like, self-esteem and confidence, but I think it's a sense of that, but it's also a fact that I've never really been crazy about people. Like, I like my own company, I believe in my own thoughts and views, and so I just feel like I'm fighting like a battle all the time. And as I said, I don't find people understand it a lot. Some people do, but not to the level of where it changes as much as it needs to change. Not just for me, but other people who are in my situation, and just mental health in general, and depression and self-esteem. So yeah, I just wanted to add that as well.